Would you like a lolly?
Yes.
Strawberry or Killer Elite? And that little soundbite was from the movie, so we are kind of stealing that completely. It was hilarious though.
Yes.
If it was only an action movie, nothing else, this would have got a 5 from.
He was pretty much drooling after the movie. He was just like, oh,
Make me
you
sound
know,
gay.
like Homer, right? When Homer's like,
Donuts.
yeah,
Yeah.
beer.
It was choreography. That just doesn't
Yes.
sound right, but it's true. Like, this movie had really, really good fights. Like, I'm pretty sure Jason Statham went out to find Jackie Chan somewhere and was like, Jackie, teach me all your weird, funky little moves that you do in your movies and make me look cool. And he did it.
About your action scenes is actually, you know what? People got their faces bruised when they got beat up. I mean, some of the shots I thought, you know, definitely he's going to be knocked unconscious or he's going to be dead or he's going to have ripped open shoulders, and that never happened, right? But at the same time, as far as action and stuff, I just love the fact that, you know, there was, you know, the blood looked real, there was instant bruising, people were hurt right away, they stayed down for a few seconds. It wasn't like, what, I just ate a power-up mushrooms on Super Mario Brothers. You know, it wasn't like that.
It
Right?
just kept going.
Yeah, like it was good. Like, oh, I just had the start. Do. No.
The fight scenes weren't non-stop,
Yeah,
but they were in there and they were really present in the sections that they'd have, like, just like maybe one-on-ones or whatever. You felt like it could be like a real natural brawl. Like
Yeah.
the way that
Yeah.
Jason went on and had his fight with Clive Owen.
yes.
That was like a really good, like,
And it kind of explains it's not like some Joe Blow that has nothing else to do and he's like weightlifting. It's like, you know, like,
yeah, he has a background.
yeah,
He has
they both have
a past.
background. So when they're
Like a militaristic background.
yeah,
type
so when they're
thing.
tooling on each other and kicking each other's butts, it's like,
What'd you think of the story and the drama side? Because this is an action drama.
well, it's based on real events and there's so much conjecture, right? I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's real, what's not real, right? What's made up, right? And I just think as far as the drama goes, like the story is, it's pretty twisted as far as like, and
It's
I think
very messed up.
I think I have to watch it again.
You can go ahead, come out and say it. It's very confusing. I think what the idea was here, they had some factual stories or pieces of fragments of stories, and then they went ahead and said this is an action movie, and you know, SAS is involved, so let's just make it confusing as possible because that's just what you do with SAS.
Well, it's like the story's kind of like some bad stuff happened here, and some bad stuff happened there, and this is who was involved. Let's make a story.
And I like to touch on that it is kind of slow at points, and then when you find yourself drooping down, falling asleep a little bit, you kind of feel at the same time like, ooh, what just happened? Because that's just kind of a backwards.
I think
story
I did.
was.
I actually think I almost nodded off for a second.
For the actors in this movie, and there were a couple that were really big names, as well as Jason himself, who's, I wouldn't say he's a really, really big name, but he is becoming a big name, kind of thing. He's making his way up to
He's made some pretty crappy movies.
He has, but he's made
Return
some
of the
good
King
ones.
or whatever.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
I think Clive Owen did a good job at his character. The whole I think freaked me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as action goes, you know, and acting, I thought that he did a pretty good job. I don't think he beat out Statham by any means, right?
No.
As far as the acting went, but yeah, like not his best movie, not his worst movie. Actually, I was surprised that Clive Owens, if he did do his actual stunts, and I'm pretty sure he did, the fight scenes.
Yeah,
he
I was
could
actually
fight.
impressed that he kept up with Jason
Yeah,
like that.
he could fight like that. So.
That's what I wanted to touch on because, and Jason, like I said at the start of this, all out. Like, he did his best fight scenes, his best action sequences he's ever done, like Transporter, everything behind him. This was probably the best he's ever done for straight up fight scenes. He goes up toe and toe with Clive Owen, who actually holds his own. I mean,
Obviously,
really
and obviously, Clive Owen's parts weren't as intricate as far as the fighting goes. Like some of the stuff Jason pulled off, that's, you know, he can only pull that off. There's no way Clive could have pulled some of that stuff off.
The other thing I want to touch on in actors, the handlebar mustaches. Like, I forget that I'm in the 80s for this movie for the entire time until that guy comes up with his handlebar mustache. Is like, oh yeah, 80s.
Mustache, that's the word of the day. Moustache, probably.
Ooh, yeah,
No, mustache.
Mustache.
Mustache. There is one actor we didn't touch on, and that's De Niro. What do you think of De Niro's role?
For what he was there for, I should say he doesn't have a huge part because he does do a big deal actor-wise or just contributing to the actual movie. It's just he's not in it a lot. I think it's that time to give our scale.
Yes.
So what are we giving this one?
I will give it.
Tired on you, isn't it?
It is. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
It's just like 3.5. So I'm going to give it as well a 3.5. I think is a fair rating on. So it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Setups. There you go. On to our next review.